Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Tag Team Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Tartaglione, joined with my brother, Johnny Tartaglione. And I gotta say, college football is here!
College football back, baby. Let's go. Give it up.
Let's go.
We're recording this Saturday morning, actually, before the Kansas State-Iowa State game over in Dublin. So we won't talk about that game too much because by the time this airs, it'll be Monday, so we'll be a little bit past the game. But we're pumped to have college football back, baby. Something to talk about. The other thing we're pumped out is our new setup because this thing's pretty badass.
Yeah, but it's going to be for naught. I mean, this is our parents' new house. We'll try and get on this set as much as possible, but it does look good. Go to the YouTube if you want to see it.
Yep. Week zero. We are here.
Do you remember the Dublin game last year?
Florida State, Georgia Tech. Everybody thought Florida State was going to be a top 10 team.
A
playoff contender.
And they blew it.
Blew it bad.
And they ended up sucking.
They lost to Georgia Tech, and their whole season was downhill from there. Remember the guy who said he was going to eat dog shit?
He never did that. Where's the video?
Never did, yeah. So that's still out there. I know that's been talked about on several podcasts. But Florida State was definitely the story last year in the Week 0 game, in the opener. And this year's game, Big 12 matchup, that, like I said, this game's already happened by the time this aired. But this game has playoff implications already in Week 0 because how often do you see a conference game in the very first week of the season? You never really see it happen. So I'm interested to see how the game goes. Our buddies and us, we might all have some cash on the over. So
I hammered the over.
Let's hope they score some points.
I hammered the over.
You got to do something fun the first week of the season. You can't not bet.
Well, I just got to say, these sports books are kind of enticing me, giving me these 50% profit boosts. I see 50% profit boost, my eyes get a little big, I can't lie.
Profit boosts are very hilarious, very funny. So, got to take advantage of them. Got to take advantage of football being back, but be responsible with it,
Yeah.
So, but besides the fact, getting on from Week 0, this is going to be a very exciting college football season for several reasons. And number one is the fact that they really already changed the college football playoff seedings after the first year.
Oh my God, it's so much better. So, if you guys don't know already, last year they did the top 4 conference winners got a bye in the first round.
Yep.
This season, it's the top 12 teams total seeded out.
Well, the conference champions. So
yes.
If you were a Power 5 and you won the conference championship, you automatically got a bye in the first round, which was bullshit.
It was heinous. That's why Ohio State was the 8 seed, right? And they ended up rolling.
Yep. And that's
they would never be the 8 seed in this year's format.
Exactly. And you see teams getting byes and getting into the playoff that necessarily didn't deserve to be in the playoff and other teams getting left out. Is that me being a salty South Carolina fan? Absolutely it is.
Oh, 100%.
100%. But we've moved on from that. I like what the College Football Playoff Committee has done with the playoff seedings this year. Like 100%. You said, they're taking the top 4 ranked teams and not necessarily just a conference champion. But that's going to have major implications when it comes down to it.
Yeah, and I got to say this. I'm excited to see how these matchups play out this year because we do know these non-Power 5 conference teams are going to be that 9 to 12 seed. Like, we just know that's how it's going to work. So when it comes down to it, the teams who aren't as good, we're going to get better first-round matchups, in my opinion. I think the way the seeding works, if you really think about it, you got your 12 seed playing your 5.
Of course.
So we're going to get the Notre Dame against the Liberty, for example. So, I mean, we're going to have some fun first-round matchups that I think we can see some upsets in. And I'm more excited to see because we already know there's going to be 2 SEC teams and getting byes.
Of course.
That's just how it's going to be.
Well, you never
Texas
know.
and Bama, they're both getting byes.
Could be 2.
Texas and Georgia?
Could be, yeah, but could be 2. It could be 2 Big 10 teams. And the Big 12 is still going to have solid talent. I mean, you never know. The ACC, this is going to make me puke saying this as a South Carolina fan, but Clemson coming back with Cade Klubnik off a down year. You never know.
Well, Syracuse is the only reason why they got in the playoff last year. Just saying. We beat Miami. Kicked them out.
Syracuse hadn't.
We literally put Clemson in the playoff last year. We literally put them in if we don't beat Miami, they're going to the playoff.
What's funny is that you helped Clemson, you as in Syracuse, like you're on the team, and me as in South Carolina, almost eliminated them. But apparently us beating them in rivalry week meant nothing. That's fine. Again, not salty. We're moving on to this year.
Yeah. Think about the big picture here.
Big picture, you're right. But
are you thinking Yoffs this year, South Carolina? You thinking Yoffs? You got Yoff teams? What do you guys, 13 in the AP poll start the year?
13th. I just checked the FanDuel odds, plus 570 to make the playoff. off rip. So that's not terrible odds, but listen.
Really, you got to play Bama this year?
Yes, we have Bama this year. Really tough SEC schedule. Got Bama and Oklahoma back-to-back weeks. I think Oklahoma's going to be a better team this year. Again, I don't want to dive too deep. This is not a South Carolina football podcast.
Yeah, but it's your team. People are listening to this for us, our favorite team. I mean, I'm rocking the Cuse jersey the whole game.
South Carolina has a lot of talent. Lenore Sellers, probably one of the most talented quarterbacks in the country. I would say people are putting him in the Heisman conversation. I don't want to jump too many hoops without seeing what we have in store for this season. But we got some talent. We got Lenore Sellers. We got Nick Harbor. We got Dylan Stewart on the defensive line. So we do have some talent there. Shane Beamer, great recruiter, great coach. But it's an SEC schedule, man. You never know. It's going to be a dogfight day in and day out, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited for it. How do you feel about Cuse? Week 0. I know none of us play this week, but you got a tough opening matchup against Tennessee.
Dude, neutral site. We opened at 11.5-point dogs. We're now 14.5-point dogs.
Yeah, that's tough out of the chute.
Out of the chute. NC State had to do the same thing last year. They played in Charlotte. This year we're playing in Atlanta. But it's a tough week 1 matchup, dude.
Of course.
It's not like we have to go into Tennessee, but we still have to come down to the South. Coming into the South for any SEC matchup is going to be tough.
Yeah, that's brutal. Because there's going to be a lot more Tennessee fans.
We also have a new quarterback in Ricky Collins. I mean, it's going to be tough to see what Syracuse can do this year. We have so many tough matchups this year. Like, our schedule compared to last year is so much harder. But I have beef. All right, so we finished the season last year ranked 19th. And I know seasons don't carry over. Your roster changes. I have to understand that as a fan. But the fact that we didn't get a single AP vote is redonkulous. It's ridiculous. I mean, how do you win your bowl game last year? You finish ranked 19th in the country, 20th in the country, and you don't get a single AP vote going into this year. I mean, it's garbage. I just have beef with all the AP voters out there. If you're an AP voter, just know I have beef with you right now.
There's no reason to do so, though, because being ranked at the beginning of the season means absolutely nothing.
Oh, it means everything.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does. All right, you're telling me right now because you're sitting ranked 13th. You're not feeling good?
I'm feeling good, but you know what? I'll feel.
Shut up.
No.
You're only saying that because you're ranked 13th.
No,
if you were unranked, no. If South Carolina was unranked, you'd have beef with the AP voters.
I wouldn't have beef because it doesn't matter as long as you're there in the middle of the season.
That's bullshit. You're telling me you are lying straight through your teeth right now to tell me if South Carolina was unranked right now that you would have a problem with it. You wouldn't have a problem with it.
I would be upset, but I wouldn't be nearly as butthurt as you. It's not like getting towards the end of the season.
I'm just butthurt we didn't get a single AP vote.
It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. If you're going to be in playoff contention, you're going to be a solid football team, you're going to win your games, and you're going to be there at the end of the day eventually. Being ranked in week 0 does not mean shit. It doesn't mean anything. You don't make the playoff based off of your week 0 ranking. Just because Texas is ranked number 1 doesn't mean they're in the college football playoff already.
Yes.
That number 1 means nothing.
But it has implications for your seeding at the end of the year. Like, for example, we beat Tennessee week 1. They're ranked 18th right now. We beat them week 1. We're going to be pushing top 25. By some miracle, if we beat them week 1, we're going to be pushing top 25. That's just how it works. That's how it always works. If you beat a top 10 team, doesn't matter what point of the season's in, if you beat them, you're going to jump in the rankings. That's how it has always worked since the beginning of time when it comes to these rankings.
Of course.
So rankings in week 0 do matter. They do. You can't say they don't. That's ridiculous.
I'm saying you should not be so butthurt about a week 0 ranking. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I'm only butthurt we didn't get a single AP vote. I don't care that we're not ranked. I don't think we deserve to be ranked. But we didn't even get a single vote. Navy got a vote. What is that? We play Navy. We're gonna whoop them.
Nah.
No. We'll be 17.5-point favorites if we played Navy.
I don't believe so. You never know. But besides the point, that doesn't matter. Look,
it does matter.
It's week 0.
We're talking about the season as a whole. We're talking about week 0. We're talking about week 1. It does matter. It does.
Every game matters.
Yes.
What I'm trying to push through your fat fucking head is that your week 0 ranking does not matter at the end of the day. Nobody's going to remember who was ranked what in week 0 when we're in rivalry week, when we're in conference champions week. Nobody's going to remember the week 1 rankings. I mean, maybe this year because in week 1 we have Texas, Ohio State, the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the nation facing off in week 1, which is absolutely absurd. But other than that, nobody cares.
So let's talk about that real quick. This is awesome by the scheduling committee. To put Texas, Ohio State week 1, Arch Manning, dude,
Let me ask you this. If it comes down to it, obviously whoever wins this game is going to have a huge boost to their playoff resume, and both these teams are probably going to be in the playoff anyways. But let's say Ohio State ends up being a 2-loss team, but they win this game, and Texas ends up being a 3-loss team, and they lose this game. How do you think that fares towards the end of the season if each of these teams has a second loss or a third loss even the loser of this game? I mean, this is huge for week 1.
I'll tell you this.
By the way, that statement is completely different than me saying the rankings matter. The numbers by
That's why I'm not calling you out. I got what you were saying.
Yes. I'm just saying, but these games are still important. Like I said, the week 0 game between Kansas State, Iowa State, huge for the Big 12. So this game, huge as well. Not a conference game, which makes it a little less meaningful, but still, this is a playoff resume game right off the rip.
So we need to talk about this because this is what's important. And this is what I noticed last year when it came to college football playoff. This game is very early in the season. The College Football Playoff Committee weighs their scheduling way differently at the end of the year towards the beginning of the year.
Of course.
This game is not going to have as big of a factor in college football rankings as we think it may right now. If this game was week 12, it would have huge playoff implications. It still has playoff implications, don't get me wrong. But the fact that it's the first week of the season, whoever loses this game is going to drop to like 8th in the country.
These teams are going to be completely different in December.
Yeah.
They're going to be completely different teams after Thanksgiving in November. So, like I said, whoever wins this game is just going to be a huge boost to their resume. And I think the loser, it's going to be tough. It's going to hurt. But like you said, I don't think it's too much of a hit towards their resume. I think it's more of a boost than a hit to the loser of the game.
Yeah.
Compared to the winner.
But
if it's a 3-loss team, it's just going to depend on how the other teams fare out.
I do have beef with one thing with this game. The time it starts.
Why?
How is this game a noon game? Please explain to me how you have Texas Ohio State week 1 and it's right off rip.
I think it's just a Big Noon Kickoff, right?
Yeah, but it's garbage. How do you not schedule this game for a 7:30 kickoff? How do you not put this under prime time, under the lights, in the horseshoe, ready to roll?
I think it's because it's the first game of the season, and it's just like...
Yeah, but you gotta build up. You gotta build up the day. Like, people are going to be excited no matter whether it's... It could be...
You have LSU Clemson at 7:30. Why would you want both those games going on at the same time?
I don't, but I'm saying...
Not a football guy. This
is the marquee matchup of... This is the game everybody's going to be watching. And you know what's sad? Syracuse kicks off at noon. So you know what I'm going to have to be doing? 2 TVs. I'm going to have to do a 2 TV setup.
It sounds like this guy's complaining about 2 TVs. You're complaining about 2 TVs right now. What's the matter?
Because I'm so locked in. I'm going to be so locked in on this.
Be so dialed
on Tennessee Syracuse.
On Tennessee Syracuse.
That I'm not going to be able to pay attention to this marquee matchup week 1. As a viewing fan, that pisses me off. Also, you're telling me...
How do you watch NFL games?
When the Giants are on, I'm locked in. Giants on the TV only.
If you're telling me you have Ravens... This would never be a 1 o'clock game. But if you have Ravens Chiefs...
Bills Chiefs could be a 1 o'clock.
If you have Bills Chiefs and you have Giants Cardinals, you're dialed into Giants Cardinals.
100%.
Get the
fuck
out of here.
Die
you
hard.
Are not. Get out of here.
Die hard.
You're telling me you're not at least semi-tuned in to the marquee matchup.
No, I'm not.
That's ridiculous.
I'm probably looking at it on my phone, but I'm not tuning back and forth between the games.
I don't want to hear your bullshit anymore.
No, this is garbage. Dude, timing of these games matters. For these players...
There is always a game at noon every single weekend that is one of the best games of the day.
But this is the matchup. If you look at the college football season as a whole, there's probably 10 matchups that are the top 10 matchups. This is in that top 10. This is in that top 10. I guarantee you the other 9 are at prime time. I guarantee it.
Technically, noon is a prime time game in college football.
Yeah, but
technically, it's Big Noon. That's what they call it. I mean, it's in the name. That's just how it is. That's how it is with the Big Ten teams.
I would be perfectly okay though if Big Noon was at 7:30. That wouldn't bother me at all.
What do they call it? Big 7:30?
It's like when they do Monday Night Football on a Friday.
Okay, completely different, completely off base. It's not Big 7:30. It's Big Noon. That's how it is.
Yeah, but
I understand you're upset. That's just how it is with the Big Ten. This is not your first college football.
I know the people agree with me here. I think you're an oddball here. And I think that the fact that there's only 2 of us.
I'm not saying I would rather it be at noon. I'm just saying that's just what it is with the network.
Peyton, I need a third party here because I can't stand this guy right now.
Bro, I'm not siding with you, Ant. I'm siding with Johnny, bro.
What?
It's the network.
What?
And what you have to understand, too, listen, I'm not saying you're completely wrong with how you feel about it. I'm just saying it's the Big Ten, Big Noon, and you still have another game at 7:30. So just shut the fuck up and enjoy the Week 1 games.
All right.
At the end of the day.
Fine. Whatever.
Enjoy your Tennessee-Syracuse game as well.
I'm going to. I'm going to be locked and loaded. I got a tea time. Next week is...
You have a tea time.
I got a tea time at 8 o'clock in the morning. Boom. Done. Rated about 11:30, 11:45. Straight to the bar.
All right. I respect the play. Biggest storylines coming out of this year, college football, too. I know that was a lot. That was all over the place about arguing about game times, which I didn't expect to get into. But one big storyline, and we've already alluded to it with Texas, is Arch Manning. I think he's probably already the consensus number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft next year. Am I right?
I mean, Carson Beck was going into this year last year.
I don't want to talk about Carson. This is not a Carson Beck podcast.
But we're talking about Arch Manning being the consensus number 1 overall pick. You can't tell me last season going into the season, Georgia coming off the national championship was not.
I don't think Carson Beck is near the same prospect as Arch Manning is. Arch Manning is coming from a family of football players. He's coming from generations of successful quarterbacks in the NFL. He's been groomed by his uncles, by his father, by his grandfather. And I think it's going to be a really interesting year for Texas, maybe to finally bounce back and get back to the pinnacle that they were once at. But it's going to be a really interesting season, especially now that they have dug their SEC roots. They've played that SEC schedule. They know what the atmosphere is like. And I'm really excited to see what he does. I'm rooting for him. I mean, we're big Eli guys, so we got to root for him.
I'm rooting for him. And I just want to say, we've been playing a college football franchise.
Of course.
And you're Texas. And I'm Texas. Dude.
Because you're a piece of shit and you like to choose the top teams. That's fine. Some of us like to actually grind the game and not get all the free recruits.
You pick 13th ranked South Carolina in the SEC. That's bullshit.
I will say that building South Carolina from the not that I had to build them from the ground up, but the recruiting is much more difficult. I do have Lenora Sellers, but either way, continue on your point.
What I'm saying is Arch Manning has so much help around him, is what I've noticed. He's such in a position this season to succeed. He's got Wisner. He's got Baxter in the backfield. Both of those guys are great running backs. They would start on any college football team across the country, and they're a dual back together. It's like the only other.
It's kind of like Ohio State's backfield last year with
and also Penn State's backfield.
Yes,
those are the two. Those are in my opinion, those are the top 3 backfields in college football. But he's got so much help with his receivers too. It's going to be so awesome to watch him succeed. He's in such a position to do well. If he screws up at all, the spotlight's on him.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
He's got so much pressure this year.
It's kind of I don't want to call it the same situation, but I would say it's kind of similar to Shedeur last year, right?
Colorado. I mean, you can't compare Colorado to Texas.
I know it's not the same, but all the coverage on Shedeur for where he was at, like Colorado was never getting that kind of coverage without Shedeur there. Everyone was talking about him.
Look at Colorado this year. Nobody's paying attention.
Exactly. Well, everyone's still, Deion obviously coming off of, or still having the health issues. I think there's still a lot of storylines there with Colorado and him still being at the helm.
Yeah, 100%.
But there was a lot of spotlight on there, especially with Travis Hunter, the Heisman Trophy winner, as well. But I think for Texas, it's going to be a very interesting year. I'm excited to see what they do. And I'm glad that South Carolina does not have to play them. I would be a little bit scared to play. I'm not scared, but I'm glad they're not on the schedule. We got plenty of other teams to play against. But we'll see how it goes.
I mean, realistically, Arch loses this game. He performs badly. What does that look like, in your opinion? Say he throws 3 picks against the Ohio State defense. What does that look like from a perspective of the media?
I mean, like you
how
said,
is the media going to react to that?
I mean, they're gonna tear him up, but like we said, it's a week 1 game.
You know damn well Stephen A. Smith is coming out saying Arch Manning's a fraud.
Maybe we'll see. I don't think it's going to come to that. I think we're going to have a great matchup, a great game, and the storylines are just going to be positive coming from it. And I think that's what we're going to be. So
I have a feeling it may be a mollywhopping. I have a feeling Ohio State's going to mollywhop them.
Well, that's another storyline. Ohio State coming off their championship, too, and pretty much turning over most of their roster, losing their quarterback, losing their running backs. They're bringing back their wide receiver room, which is good for them. Bringing back Ryan Day. But going against a tough Big Ten conference.
Dude, I am so scared to watch Ohio State just dominate this season.
You think they're going to dominate more?
Look at how much they dominated in the playoff.
They lost most of their offensive firepower. They lost Will Howard. They lost Travion Henderson. They lost Quayshawn Junkins, who were some of their top performers in the playoffs alone. Still bringing back Jeremiah Smith, the wide receiver room. He's going to be a key piece this year, obviously. Ryan Day, great coach. Finally got the weight off his shoulders. Losing that game to Michigan last year, coming back, bouncing back, winning the national title game. In stone cold fashion, too. I mean, Notre Dame never really stood a chance in that game. But tough Big Ten conference, like I said. I think most of those teams are going to bounce back strong this year, and that's going to be one of the more exciting conferences. Big Noon Kickoff.
Shut up. I don't even want to hear from you anymore.
Look, a lot of college football talk off the rip. I think we got a lot of good teams. I think, like I said, the ACC is probably going to be a little bit better this year. I hope we see a little bit more out of Florida State. I think Clemson's probably going to have a bounce back here.
Well, we're going to see Florida State week 1. Bama.
Yeah.
Bama, Florida State, right off rip.
Bama's going to fucking steamroll.
You really think so?
Oh, my God.
Bama looked a little rough last year. A little rough around the edges.
Yeah, but they're going to come back strong, man. I think it was the first year. It was their first or second year under their new coach. I don't know. I can't remember. But still, bring back Ryan Williams, one of the best receivers in the nation. I think Alabama has to have a little bit more of a bounce back here. They really should have lost to South Carolina last year, too. I'm just digging up dirt on last season. I got to stop bringing that up.
You're upset you missed the playoff. That's all.
I'm not going to lie. I was salty, but we don't have to keep going back to that. But yeah, back to the ACC. SMU, too. It's going to be interesting to see if SMU can make another run back to the playoff. That was probably one of the smaller scale schools to make it to the playoff last year. They had a great season, made a great run. Unfortunately, didn't play so hot in the playoff, but I'll be interested to see if they make it back as well.
All right, we got to talk LSU Clemson. I feel like we have to.
Well, I already talked Clemson. I think Clemson's going to be much better than last year. I don't want to ramble on about them, but
well, who do you think is going to win the game? In Death Valley,
I think LSU.
Under the lights.
Garrett Nussmeier had to bring him up too in the SEC. He's another Heisman Trophy candidate as well. So I think LSU takes that one. I think in the Texas game, I think Texas ends up faring out well. I think they win. I think they beat Ohio State off the rip. They beat the defending national champions. But yeah, really excited for these week 1 matchups.
I have one week 1 hot take. And some people are going to be mad at me for this one. Michigan at home in the big house loses to New Mexico week 1.
Shut up, dude.
Yep. New Mexico comes in to Ann Arbor and beats Michigan. It's my hot take. That's all I got to say.
All right.
I'm going to bet it.
All right, bet it. Have fun with that one.
I'm going to bet New Mexico.
Just go ahead and donate your money to the sports book. You've done it plenty of times before.
There's always one week 1 matchup that is like, what?
It was the Florida State last year.
Yeah,
and
but
these teams ended up being
in
garbage.
hindsight ended up being garbage. Michigan can in hindsight end up being garbage. I'm not saying they're going to be, but I think New Mexico wins.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about too is with Michigan, their coach being suspended. All those sanctions against him. I think he's got a 4-game suspension now, right? So who knows? That could, maybe you might know something that we don't.
Am I sharp?
Am I sharp? That's embarrassing.
Sorry, I'm sick. I can't really laugh. I'll cough my brains out. You had it too. Shut up.
Cough right in my face.
I was laughing.
So, all right, before we move on from college football, it's week 0. This might be very stupid. We might be getting too far ahead of ourselves. National championship pick.
That's so, dude. Really?
Why not?
Ohio State.
You're going Ohio State back to back.
Drake back to back.
Who do they beat in the national championship game?
Notre Dame.
So a complete rematch.
Complete rematch.
When has that ever happened? Have we ever had a straight rematch?
That's a good question.
There's no way.
I mean, unless it was I can go through every single college football.
It might be like 1952 is the last time that happened. I'll have to do some research on that. There's no way we've had back-to-back a rematch of a national.
You asked me week 0 to make a pick. I'm making a pick. I made a pick. All right? Make your pick now.
Oh, this is tough.
I will say I do think Clemson gets to the semifinal this year. I do.
That's gross.
I do think Clemson gets to the semifinal. I think Ohio State beats them. Who knows? Maybe we look back on this and I'm a genius. I'm a sharp.
That'd be kind of cool.
I could be 0 for like 6 on my picks today, though.
That would also be hilarious. Give me... Who do I like? I like LSU. Give me LSU to win it all this year.
Wow.
LSU Tigers. Garrett
You Tigers.
I'm going to have them beating Texas. Screw it. Why not?
No
SEC.
fucking way. That's literally what I was just about to say. I was
No
about to cut in and be like, LSU, Texas. I'm dead serious. And you said LSU, and I looked at my camera. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me.
LSU,
All
Texas.
right, we're on the same boat. We're on the same boat.
Peyton and I have it locked in. LSU, Texas. So if we pick this right.
You have Texas winning, you have LSU winning, Peyton.
I got LSU winning.
So both of you had the same pick.
Yeah.
We got the same
The
pick.
exact same pick.
There was no pre-discussion.
No collusion here.
No
There was
collusion.
nothing.
That's
The only
hilarious.
thing I will say, I was debating LSU, Tennessee, but I'm going to go LSU, Texas. That was my initial gut, so I'm rocking with it.
Peyton, I hate to break it to you, Tennessee starting 0-1.
One other
Hey.
thing, actually,
see.
sorry, one last thing before we get off college football. South Carolina, deal with Nike. Almost forgot to bring that up. And that's huge for us. That's huge for recruiting. That's huge for athletic gear. Not shitting on Under Armour, but to have Nike is absolutely ginormous. All the past athletes were pumped. All the current athletes on the team were reposting it. This is going to bring in recruits. The apparel, the shoes, everything about Nike is just more attractive to the recruits, to branding in general, to people investing in the team. So very excited about that. That's good news for us.
Tennessee switching to Adidas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they're losing. I think that's why South Carolina went there. In my
got a
opinion,
spot.
I'm saying I think there was a spot in the SEC. I don't know if there's any rules or regulations over how many sponsors can be in a conference. There may be. But Tennessee is leaving for Adidas next year. Nike's picking up South Carolina in exchange. I think that's a win, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair trade-off. They're both big SEC
Not to
schools.
shit on Under Armour, but in my opinion, Nike's jerseys are just a little higher quality. I mean,
Well, it's not that. It's more of the athletic gear in general. There's more options for the players. It's
Under
obviously
Armour, I still want you to sponsor this podcast.
it's more appealing. It's just more appealing to the players itself. Is all I'm saying. So, but I'm very excited about that. I had to bring that up before we moved off of college football.
Good for you. I'm excited for you.
Yep, very pumped. So we got our national championship picks in. Week 0 is upon us. Like I said, we're recording this Saturday morning.
Let's check back in week 6. Peyton, take a note down. Let's check back in week 6 on where our picks are at, and we have to talk about that.
Well, we could talk about it next week too when we record. We could pick like conference winners.
Yeah,
that's too much.
But I'm saying we got to hash it up.
Yep.
Check in on how our picks are looking.
Yep.
Hash this conversation back up because I definitely think we need to put a pin in it.
Yep. Put a pin in it. We'll circle back. So, in talking football too, there's been a lot of college football thrown at you guys. Busy week of football coming up. Like I said, week 0, week 1 next week. And then we're getting in, everyone's doing their fantasy football drafts in the next coming week or so. And speaking of fantasy football, switching slight gears to the NFL now, I want to do a little draft of the worst fantasy football punishments if you lose your league.
Okay, let's do it.
There's a lot of punishments out there. For those of you who don't know, for a lot of leagues, people like to punish the team that finishes last. And a lot of people do it differently. You could have the worst record in the league and finish with, an 0 whatever record or the worst record. Or they do it based on...
If you go 0 for in a fantasy matchup, that's bad.
Or if you are the loser in your consolation bracket. I feel like I've seen it both ways. But the person who finishes last has to do a specific punishment. And we've seen a bunch of different ones online. We've done a couple ourselves. I've never had to do one yet, luckily. I probably just jinxed myself.
Oh, I have.
But, yours was funny.
Go
ahead and explain yours for the people real quick.
So I lost...
And this video is still in the realms of the internet, by the way. We could play this. Might have to put it on the short.
I'll allow it. So...
We'll dig this one up for the people.
This is garbage. So I have to preface, which I haven't dropped that word in a long time. I have to preface. The way this fantasy team worked was when you lose, you go into a bracket, and if you come in dead last in that bracket in the playoffs...
That's what I just explained, the
I know,
consolation bracket.
but I'm saying... So I lost in the consolation bracket, which I think it should be worth regular season record. I personally do. Because that's just my opinion. But whatever. I lost the consolation bracket. I had to do the WAP. If you guys don't know what the WAP is, certified free, 7 days a week. I'm not going to get us copyrighted, but I had to do the WAP. And the WAP dance, you gotta shake it a little bit. And if you guys know, I got a dumpy. The video kind of popped off.
Big Dumper Jr.
I am. Some would say I'm Big Dumper Jr., but I had to post it on TikTok while I was looking for a job, not to mention you.
Nice.
So I had to delete it eventually because I told the boys, I was like, guys, I can't have these employers looking me up. And the first thing they see of me, I had one TikTok on my profile. It was me shaking my ass.
Yeah, but we got to dig that one back up for a short.
Yeah, 100%. It's still in my camera roll. I'll send it out. But I had to do the wow. That was brutal. I had people who I hadn't seen in years. I had middle school friends texting me.
It was absolutely hilarious. It was diabolically hilarious.
Yeah. Had to shake my ass on camera, post it to the interwebs to see forever.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing. I mean,
don't lose your fantasy league.
Yeah, don't lose your fantasy league. But the WAP's passed now, so that's not an important draft.
Yeah.
You go first.
No, I'll let you have first.
You want me to go 1-1?
I'll let you go 1-1.
How do you guys want a third? Should I jump in?
Yeah, Peyton. You know what? Jump in on this. We're doing.
I'll jump in.
Producer Peyton is jumping in on the draft.
Okay.
I have no prep, so this is off the dome.
This is off the dome.
Off the dome.
This is-
I kind of wanted this to be off the dome though because
Okay.
it's more enticing. None of us know each
Okay.
other's picks. It's better to just think off the rip of a great punishment.
We're not doing snake, right? We're doing straight up, or we're doing
We
snake?
can do snake.
All right, we'll do
We
snake.
got 3 now,
We'll
so
snake.
let's do snake.
Let's do snake. All right. So,
Peyton, you pick second. I'll pick third. So I'll have the loop around on the back to back.
All right, I'll take 2.
1-1 for me. It's the most classic challenge that I think has been the most popular in a lot of years, and I think this is why it should go 1-1. The 24-hour waffle challenge.
Basic pick.
Basic pick, but it's good. It's solid. We essentially the punishment is you go to Waffle House. You have to sit there. Every waffle you eat takes an hour off your time. You're allotted 24 hours, and every waffle you eat takes time off. So you can sit there for 24 hours, not eat a single waffle. You can go there and eat 8 waffles, and you got to be there for 16 hours. Or you can eat 20 waffles, and you only got to be there for 4 hours. Depends on how much of a big back you are.
If you lose your fantasy football league and you delay your punishment, there should be interest paid on it.
Oh, 100%.
So I'm speaking to people out there who I know. Do your damn punishment.
I got to say this.
And you know who you are.
This
you know
dude,
who you are.
no, I run a league. This dude lost the league 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
2 seasons ago, and he
that's
still
insane.
hasn't done the punishment. That should be banishment. I should probably be a little harder on him.
Interest paid. Pay interest.
Interest paid.
If you loan money from the bank and you don't pay it back in time, or you loan it for a certain amount of time, you got to pay interest.
And I'll mention
Should be the same.
I'll
as
mention
fantasy
with the
football.
backup. I'm going to pick the backup punishment later in the draft, as long as it doesn't get selected. But he does have a backup punishment, and I'll tell you what it is whenever we get later in the draft. As long as it doesn't get
That's
drafted.
fine. All right.
But you know who you are. Do your fucking punishment. Do your punishment.
Eat your waffles.
Eat your waffles.
All right. Peyton, you're up.
All right, we rock into the second pick. It's one I would never do. I'd never agree to do it, but it's the tattoo. All right.
The tattoo.
The tattoo.
Wow.
The winner chooses the worst team's tattoo. I think it's the most infamous, like true hardcore.
Does it have to be on the ass?
Ass tat is good.
I mean,
I feel like ass
it's
tat's
a
the way
league
to go.
decision.
Yeah. I like ass tat.
I feel like ass tat's the way to go.
Yeah. Well, tattoo is a good pick. I like that one.
All right.
All right.
1-3.
1-3. I'm going to go with running a marathon.
What? That's a thing?
Running a marathon. Yeah, you got to sign up for a marathon. I like that.
I had half marathon. You stole mine.
Half marathon. Something to where you have to train for or just absolutely puke your guts out.
Yeah.
You know? I like that one because it involves a little bit of training. It's a pain in the ass. It's usually freezing cold outside when you run marathons. And nobody wants to do that.
No.
I mean, nobody wants to run a fucking marathon.
No.
Unless you're a runner.
Yeah.
Which most people playing fantasy football, at the end of the day, let's face it, probably not runners. Few of you, maybe runners. But
All right, you're back on the clock. 2-1.
I'm back on the clock.
Round 2, pick one.
I know what one of your picks is going to be, and I'm debating if I want to be an asshole.
Do not steal my fucking pick. I'll be so mad.
All right. I won't steal your pick. I'm going to go with, what am I going to go with here? What do I like on my list? I'm blanking a little bit. I want to steal your pick.
Steal
so
it
bad,
then. Steal it. Go ahead.
But I'm not. No, I don't think I'm going to do it. Let's go with taking the SAT.
Taking the SAT?
Yeah, let's go with taking the SAT. That's a bad one. And that's really bad because most people playing fantasy football, there are a lot of 18, 19 kids still in their early college ages. But if you're in your mid-40s and you lose your fantasy football punishment and you got to sign up for the ACT or the SAT and you're in a room full of high schoolers, that's
bad.
fucking
That's
hilarious.
bad.
Yeah, that's horrendous. So, all right, cool. I'm happy with that.
All right, 2-2. 2-2.
All right, so I have a more hardcore one. I'm going to hold for the third round, But for this round, I'm going to go with one of my personal favorites is the laxative cookies.
The laxative
That
cookies.
What?
Yeah, that one will ruin you. Yeah, hey.
That's a
I've
real
heard
thing?
about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
People do this?
I haven't
Yeah,
heard that.
well, I've heard. So the last bottom 3 teams, they get 3 cookies. 2 have laxative, 1 doesn't. So they have 1% safety. Yeah.
I like that. I'm down for that. Laxative cookies?
So you
What
might
if,
get
what if you have to eat a laxative cookie and then go for a run?
bro? You're just torturing people to.
I'm gagging just thinking
shit down
about
their
that.
leg.
That's dirty.
I actually have mouth sweats right now.
That's dirty.
I actually have mouth sweats thinking
That's a
about that.
good pick. I like that.
All right, I guess I'm back to back now, aren't I?
Back to back, and it's going to be your last pick. We're doing a 3-pick draft.
All right, so this is what I wanted. I wanted to pick this one so bad.
See, I wanted to be an asshole and take
Check
this.
out the YouTube to see this one. If you want to see a picture of what I'm talking about. Peanut butter baby.
Yeah, I knew this was your pick.
You have to lather yourself in completely, head to toe, butt ass. You can wear tighty whities. Peanut butter everywhere. Every crack, every seal, lathered in peanut butter.
Yeah, that's dirty.
You got to be covered in peanut butter. A whole jar on your body.
How many? You think you can get your whole body in one jar?
And then you have to go into a grocery store. You have to go into some public space, a park, and you have to be lathered fully in peanut butter.
That's good. I mean,
Peanut butter baby.
I wonder how many jars of peanut butter that would actually take. You think you can get your whole body in one jar?
If you buy the mega jar,
I
like
think
you
you're
could.
probably right. I think peanut butter's pretty thick. It's better.
How long would you stink like peanut butter?
Probably weeks. The peanut oil like seeps. Like, you know when you get peanut butter on your finger, it
It
smells.
smells
like
for a
day.
while, yeah.
If you do your whole body, like imagine how long in between your toes would stink.
Probably a while.
That would be so dirty. All right, peanut butter baby. You got your pick. Congrats. You're welcome for not stealing
Yeah,
it. You
thank
should
you.
have taken that 1-1 because you knew I knew that you knew that was
But
your
I
pick.
knew the 24-hour challenge would go.
No, I thought that was a basic pick.
Really?
I thought that was really big. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, but it's a classic.
Classic, but yeah, you know what? All right, fine.
If you're going in an all-time NBA greats draft, you're going to take Michael Jordan 1-1.
Okay, not comparable. Yeah, let's compare Michael Jordan to the fucking 24-hour Waffle House
All
challenge.
right. I digress. Third pick. This is the one that is the backup punishment. I think it's a good one. A lot of people haven't agreed with me. Kicker in the first round.
Kicker in the first round, yes.
Next year's draft, you have to take a kicker in the first round.
Not opposed to
I've
that.
been pushing that punishment for years, and nobody has ever taken it up.
That's almost like, if you have a kicker in the first round, though, that's almost like you're set up to lose the next year, too.
That's what you get. You lost the season last year. You got to start head down.
Yeah. All right, cool. Kicker in the
first round.
Good. Kicker or defense?
No, kicker.
All right.
It's been kicker.
All right, Peyton, your last pick.
All right, we're going for the hardcore one. I would say it's the syrup and feather, where someone's either. I've seen iterations where you're in like a dog cage and people just go crazy, and then you get feathered, and then it's pretty much just like a torture method.
Like
But that
milk,
one's like
raw eggs dumped all over you, anything
Yeah.
dumped on you, and then you get feathered.
you have to have some really you gotta have some really bad friends for this. For that
Yeah.
one.
That's messed up.
That's fucked up.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I actually heard of that one for the first time the other day. It's a good one. It is harsh. You know, no feces at all, no like shit or anything, but anything else.
Anything else is fair game.
Eggs, like spoiled milk. Spoiled milk's dirty.
You're going to make me puke.
Yeah, that's dirty. All right, Peyton. I like that pick, though. That's a good one. That is a brutal one, though.
All right, wrap up our draft here.
All right. To wrap up, and I've seen videos recently, we're going to go with a round of golf in a tennis dress if you're a male.
I saw this the other day
Yeah.
on TikTok, and the dude hold out.
Hold out.
He hold out.
But get the tightest tennis dress you possibly could, and you have to go into the clubhouse. You have to pay. You have to play seriously in the tennis dress or a golf dress, one of the two. Yeah.
That one's
Great
bad.
video. And I only say that because it's relatable. Because if you're playing fantasy football, you definitely like the golf.
Yeah.
So
Honorable mention, speaking of the golf, you have to caddy for the winner.
for the winner, yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that one too. That's a good one.
That one's good.
So-
That one's way less harsh
Yeah.
than getting stuck in a dog cage and pouring rotten egg.
Yeah, Peyton's out for blood with that one.
He's out for blood with that one.
I got some bad friends. That's all I'll say.
You got to have one of those friendships. That's got to be a league where you're tight with, like, it's all the boys. Like, it's the friend group that's tight.
Tight.
Yeah.
I got to say this, one shout out. Peyton's our league commissioner. We're in a league with Peyton. It's a fun setup. The way we determine our draft order is how far you can throw a football.
I got to go throw a football after this, so let's do that. We'll make a short out of my football throw.
All right, I haven't thrown my football yet either.
Well, we'll each do it.
Yeah.
Your shoulder's torn up, but.
Last year we did a 40-yard dash, and
You're bullshit. Tony cheated on the 40-yard dash.
I used the golf rangefinder. It said 40 yards.
No, you stopped the clock about a second early is what you did.
I didn't stop. I was not timing myself. I was just running.
All right, Peyton can vouch for me that he stopped the clock early.
It was insane. He shammed the whole thing. He got double played in softball. Trust me, he was not running that fast.
If you're hitting a double plays in men's softball, you did not run the fastest 40-yard dash
All right,
in the fantasy league.
You can admit this. I'm faster than you. Off the rip. You outrun me any pace.
In a 30-yard span, sure, you're faster than me.
Quicker
I take a
acceleration.
while to get going. I'm like a
If we're Madden
1972
players,
Chevelle.
if we're Madden players, my acceleration's higher than yours. Your speed and acceleration are lower than mine, but your endurance is way
I'm
higher.
a 1972 Chevy Chevelle. I take long to get cranking, but once I'm going, I'm fucking cruising.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, that wraps up our draft. Speaking of wraps,
Oh, yes, okay. So
we
the snack
finally
wrap, yeah.
got it. Johnny Tags finally tried the snack wrap. And here's the thing. You guys are listening on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you guys are listening to. The YouTube video is going to have the exclusive video of him testing it. So if you want to go to our YouTube right now, you can check it out. The Tag Team Podcast. Just search it up on YouTube.
It's worth the watch.
You can see it. Johnny did some crazy shit in this video.
I wouldn't say crazy shit, but it's worth the watch.
It was worth the watch.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah, where are we heading right now?
McDonald's. The Dons.
The Dons.
Gonna get you that snack wrap.
It's the official JTags 99 snack wrap trial run.
About time.
Let's get out.
Took me to drive his ass there to get him one.
Let's get after it. There it is.
We're at the Mega Lane.
Oh, I can't see that.
What can I get for you?
Let me do one ranch snack wrap and one spicy snack wrap.
Is there anything else for you today?
That's all.
Yes, sir. You can pull around that middle window.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
What the fuck's that picture? Look at that. See you soon. I ain't coming back. Thank you so much, you too. Quiet.
Thanks, Kurt. Let's get it.
All right, what do we got here first? Ranch?
All right. Yeah, we're looking at the ranch. They couldn't even fold it correctly. It's unfolding.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Wow, it's unfolded. Ranch is good. I'll give it a solid. I'm not a huge ranch guy. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
All right. We're going
What
spicy.
eat again?
We're going spicy now?
Yeah, we got spicy. Thing about the ranch is the chicken's a little dry.
Need some
Not
water?
a whole lot of it needs more ranch is the problem. Like you call it the ranch snack wrap. I need to be able to taste the ranch, right?
Well, it's probably down in there.
I'm a homer to the honey mustard. I need to bring those back.
Well, you could always get a snack
Spicy.
wrap, no sauce, and then add honey
my
mustard.
prediction is I think I'm going to like the spicy better than the ranch.
You got to make sure you get the spicy sauce in there, though. You got a little bit of spicy sauce?
Yeah,
All right,
it's back.
get a little bit of that spicy sauce in there.
Let me tear out the tortilla. Less carbs.
Are you shitting me?
Probably like 50 carbs right there. All right, ready? Oh,
50
yeah.
carbs? Yeah,
That thing's going to light my ass on fire.
get you a little bit of...
That's going to be nasty tomorrow.
It's the wrong window.
That was cool.
It went in the trash can.
That was sick.
Oh, my God.
Call me a bucket getter.
There's no way.
The ranch is fine.
There's no way that went in the trash can.
Ranch is good. Leave it at the ranch.
What was wrong with the spicy? Soft? Garbouche?
Not my speed. Overall, I'm glad they brought the snack wrap back. We're going to stick with the ranch. But it's good. McDonald's, thank you.
I'm glad this is finally fucking over.
It's over. We're good.
Coming out of the YouTube video, I just gotta ask you. We gotta go over this. You finally did it after 3 weeks. What'd you think?
Listen, I don't want to ruin the YouTube video. I don't want to ruin it, but the ranch was good. I like the ranch one. We'll say that. But overall, glad the snack wrap is back. I'll leave it at that. I miss the honey mustard. If they bring the honey mustard snack wrap back, I'll be pumped.
I was telling you this last night. You can get it plain and then add honey mustard.
Yeah, but I don't want that. You're paying for convenience. Paying for convenience. Put the honey mustard in there. That's all I'm going to say. But overall, happy the snack wrap is back. Tune in to watch the YouTube video. It'll be up there, and you'll get the full experience.
Yeah.
But yes, I did try it. It's out there for the people. We recorded the whole thing.
IR update. How you doing?
I woke up with a fucked up Achilles.
What?
Yeah.
Where'd the Achilles come from?
I have no idea.
Eesh.
I was watching TV last night, and I got out of bed to use the bathroom, and I feel like someone's fucking shoving a fork in my heel. So I don't know. Also, on Monday, I was throwing out a bunch of trash at work. It's a bunch of heavy material. And Tuesday, I wake up to lift. I go to do tricep pull downs. Nope. Fucked up my tricep. I'm a train wreck. IR update for you.
Shoulders better?
Shoulder's better. My hamstring's still bad. You're better.
I'm better. Shoulders healing nice. I may be back next week. I may be all the way back. Fingers healing.
Yeah, that thing's still dirty. I need to go to physical therapy for everything.
You're just
for everything. Literally head to toe.
Okay.
Everything. So good. All right, bouncing back from the IR. I guess
good to know.
That's not even.
We're on the healthy side. We're on the way up.
I'm mid. Peyton, IR update for you. You're good.
Bro, I might be the worst IR update person you've ever heard, man.
Double blown ACL.
Dude, I had blown the ACL twice. I got the broken back. I got you name it. Dude, it's been crazy. I got ankle surgery in like 2 months. Dude, you can't catch a break over here.
So Peyton's out for the season.
I'm out for life, bro.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, that's not even my heel being hurt is not even my stink bomb. I do want to roll into that though. I gotta
talk about it.
You can lead us off.
Yeah, all right. Here's my stink bomb. I was sick this week. It's my stink bomb. Hand up. I haven't been sick in forever. And this week, we were weaning off the bars, but we decided to go last weekend. It was my birthday. We were weaning
Acceptable.
off. But it was my birthday. We went out. This week, it all hit us on the same day. Everybody that went out, all the dudes that went out, the same day. It was like, Wednesday? We all texted in the same group chat. Yo, you feeling like shit? Dude, I'm sick as shit. We all got sick this week.
It was like Tuesday.
It was like Tuesday.
Yeah.
Down bad. Whole week at work. And you know what's terrible? I work in an office. And when you're in the office, when you're doing office work and you're coughing, everybody looks at you like you're a menace.
They want nothing to do with it.
They want nothing to do with you.
Which is fair. I mean, nobody wants
I was sneezing, coughing, the whole...
What was that?
That was mucus. I just had mucus go down my throat. I'm sick, all right? I'm sick. I'm not doing well. So that's my stick bomb, is I was sick.
All right. Yeah, that's bad. Being sick is never fun. Mine was bad. So, like I mentioned before, I work in construction sites. So I'm at a job site, and as many of you know, when there's a construction site, there's always a porta potty. Always. Always a porta john. There has to be. So I pull up, right? I pull up to the job site, park my car, leave it sitting there. Well, when I go in to check the job site, the porta john truck pulls up behind me to clean the porta potty. So I left my truck there. I go in. I'm walking for about 10, 15 minutes, and I can't get out. I'm blocked in by the porta john guy. Well, after about 10 minutes, he's finally done because he's got to suck the whole thing dry.
Yeah.
Pause. Clean the toilet, scrub it down, and then leave. Well, that thing absolutely reeks. Not to get into detail, but it stinks. So I get back in my truck. When I turn my truck on, my truck is just fumigated with the porta john smell because it was all in my AC vents. And it's 90 degrees out, so I'm pumping my AC, and all I'm getting is shit.
Dude, you make me want to puke. You made me want to puke like 3 times.
So my car smelled like a legitimate porta john. And I was just about to eat lunch. I eat lunch in my truck every single day. And I couldn't. So I literally pulled up. I had to drive 10 minutes to where I was going. I was already sitting at the job site for 15 minutes longer than I needed to be. So I drove 15 minutes to my next job site. And I literally got out to check another job, left my car running and my windows down for 30 minutes, and it still stunk. Stunk the whole rest of the day.
That's
like
the
shit.
definition of a stink bomb.
Definition. So don't ever get close to a Porta-John car. Whatever you do, if you see one, pull away.
All right.
That's all I got to say. So,
Well,
good.
good.
Action-packed episode.
Action-packed episode.
Back.
College football's back. We're getting ready close to NFL. We're working out how we're going to do the games. We're thinking pick'em style. We're going to work out the kinks. We're going to talk with our producer. We're going to figure it all out.
Yep. YouTube still coming along strong. Peyton doing a great job with that.
Our set's not going to look this good every week, though.
This is a good set.
This is a good set.
This is awesome.
Good set.
Yep. So, but stay tuned. Tune in to the YouTube for the snack wrap video. Tune in. We're going to get the our fantasy football 40-yard, or not 40-yard, but fantasy football throw up there too. You and I got to do our throw. We could go record that here in a minute if we even have a football. But that'll be up. Stay tuned for the shorts. And yeah, stay tuned for next week's episode as well.
Let's go, Cuse. Peace.